What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today we're going to discuss the Clippers at the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors 112-108. This was a very, very excellent and playoff atmosphere type of game. I just really want to touch briefly on what I've already said, and I'm going to reiterate it again. Steph Curry is special. And I'm not saying that just because the guy's the most lethal three-point shooter that I've ever seen in my life, even more lethal than Reggie Miller, who scored 7 points in a matter of seconds against the Knicks. Looking at it right now, with the way the Knicks are right now, you would just say, okay, yeah, it's the Knicks. But Reggie Miller was very, very lethal. But there's something about Steph Curry that makes him special. I want to start off by saying Doc Rivers' comments about you got to be lucky and, he had luck when he played and all that kind of stuff like that. You know what it is? People are not going to give this team their credit until they repeat. The Golden State Warriors are going to have to repeat for people to shut the F up. Because, again, you can only beat people that are put in front of you. Of course, some people get injured, things happen. I don't think any championship has been played where there wasn't somebody injured that was needed, that was, that was necessary to the team's success. It happens like that. But you can't deny the fact that the Golden State Warriors are probably the most exciting team to watch in the NBA. If they were a bum team that just pulled off a miracle, that's different. It's like when the Detroit Pistons beat the Lakers. Nobody saw that coming. Defensively they were stout, stuff like that, but nobody thought they were going to destroy the Lakers the way they did. When you look at this Golden State Warriors team, it's so many different ways for them to beat you. It's so many different ways for them to take care of your business. People, and you know what's crazy about it? These guys, Steph Curry had 2 fouls early in the game. He sat on the bench, bro, for the whole first quarter. And the man still scores 31? Are you guys serious right now? And then, this dude, Chris Paul's having groin injuries after he misses a three late in the game. Bro, I don't care about excuses. I don't care about anything. I seen that man, Steph Curry, do a cartwheel, land on his back, and come back in games and air dudes out. So, when it comes to toughness, yeah, he's a pretty boy. He's light-skinned, as, people want to say, whatever. The dude puts in work. He gets the job done. And that's all people care about. He's out there in Oakland handling his business. The Raiders are doing pretty well too. So Oakland is probably having the time of their life out there right now. It's probably going crazy on the West Coast. But I just wanted to touch base on the fact that this is the team that people wanted to see them play. They wanted to see them play the Clippers. This is what I'm trying to explain to everybody. Does it matter now? With the way that they are, they've won a championship, so they're comfortable now. Now they're playing with, there's no real stress. They have, it's the freaking 5th game of the season, and it was so crazy. I really stayed up and watched this entire game on the East Coast. Craziness, really trying, because Steph Curry is that exciting to watch. That's why I was so upset when he was on the bench for the whole first quarter, because those fouls, the second foul was BS. Chris Paul clearly hooked them with the right arm or whatever the F arm that was. It was clearly a hook. Maybe it was his left. I don't know, but it was a hook. And it was a bad call by the ref, but it is what it is. These zebras are complete douchebags for the most part. But they have a very tough job to do, these referees, and sometimes they make bad calls. And when I say sometimes, I mean all the time. But it doesn't really matter, though. Looking at what you saw last night, how can you not say that this team is for real? People are still making comments half the team was injured. They didn't play the Spurs. They didn't play this person. They didn't play Moses. Bro, who gives a F? When Moses parted the sea, they weren't playing him in the sea. It's just so many dumb excuses. Steph Curry is the MVP. We know that James Harden, in no way, form, or fashion, deserved that MVP over Steph Curry. We know that. But yet still, I'm not taking anything away from Harden. Harden is a baller. I'm just saying that there's no comparison between him and Steph Curry. So his comments that he made outright, he should have just kept to himself, because now he's being he's dissected under a microscope, and he's not going to come up as big as Steph Curry. I can tell you that much. Steph Curry might repeat as the MVP again. And the dude is very, very in tune with the game right now, playing at a different level. When you're a champion, remember when LeBron first got his first ring with Miami? And after that, he was just so relaxed, and it was just whatever. He's just out there balling. That's what's happening right now. This is the situation. They're playing very, very relaxed. They're coming out there handling their business. I'm going to tell you this right now. They might repeat as champions, even with the Cavaliers healthy. Because when a guy comes across comes across half court like Steph Curry and could pull up from 95 feet outside the stadium and just shoots a three, how do you defend that? Reggie Miller used to run around like a chicken without a head or whatever, or Mighty Mouse, and you know, he had a very, very weird shooting thing where he kicked his feet out and stuff like that. Steph Curry's shot and everything is just so fluent. He's an exciting player. It's just a different atmosphere. He's already got a ring, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, can't really compare him to Reggie, other than right now Reggie just has a lot more threes in him because he's so young in the league. But if he continues to play like this, people won't even remember who Reggie Miller is, except for that, you know, that crazy 7-point thing in like whatever amount of seconds it was against the Knicks. But the Knicks are garbage, man, and the Knicks have been garbage. But back in the days, they were tough. They were a tougher team to beat, them Charles Oakley, Ewing days, but they were always just not there, dog. They were always just not there. But at the same time, Steph Curry has the potential to do a lot of great things, and I just hope that he stays healthy and continues to do what he wants to do. Because for people to try to doubt him for the simple fact that, you know, certain guys didn't make it for them to play, that means that those teams sucked and they lost to teams that they shouldn't have lost to. Why aren't people mad at those teams for losing more than they're mad at the Warriors for just beating people that were in front of them? That doesn't make any sense, and that's my problem right now. Because I can tell you this much. Of course, everybody's going to lose. That's fine. But they're going to win the games that count. They're going to win the games against opponents that they said they should have lost to. And I can guarantee you that, because it's very, very hard to defend. This team has so many weapons. And everybody's shooting threes. Like, bro, when everybody's shooting threes, this reminds me of NBA Live on PlayStation, the original PlayStation. When you could just make a team with all 3-point shooters, and dudes just it was just so crazy to shoot threes back in the day on the original PlayStation. Like, it's like a video game with this guy. Like, how can you not give this team their respect? I just don't understand it. It's like, I'm very, very confused that people still looking for more. This team has shown that they are very, very special. They have shown that. And if you don't see that, you're blind. It doesn't make any sense at all that anybody can say that this team isn't special right now. This team is unbelievable, and they have a lot more where that came from. And that's all I can really say about it. Like, it's nothing to really argue about with it. It's an unbelievable performance and display that they've started off with, and it's so early in the season. And people were so excited to watch it. People that don't even watch basketball was calling me up like, bro, you staying up for that Golden State game? I'm like, hells yeah. And I don't really, like I said, I'm focused on, football is my primary sport that I watch. But like I said, Steph Curry has made this game so exciting for me. I got no problem staying up on the East Coast watching him play. He's like that. He's what Kobe Bryant used to be. He's what LeBron James, I still like watching LeBron James, but LeBron James, the styles are different. LeBron James like a bull. This guy is just so finesse, and he just handles his business, and most of the time doesn't even play for the whole game. He probably sits out the fourth quarter for the most part, for the most part of a lot of games. So, I'm just very excited to see what happens. And, I know what Doc Rivers was trying to say, and I understand everybody say Doc Rivers is a great coach, but other than that, I'm just happy for him that he won that one championship. With the Boston Celtics, because other than that, he'll just be a mediocre coach. Because I don't see what everybody's saying. He's such a great coach. I don't see it. I honestly don't see it, because he doesn't win when it counts. So if you don't win when it counts, how are you such a great coach? Like Jeff Fisher right now with the Rams. Like, how are you a great coach getting all this acclaim? What have you won? At least Doc Rivers got one championship. Jeff Fisher's a bum. Like, in my opinion, if you're not able to, I know it's very difficult, but that's what you're paid for. And if you're supposed to be this acclaimed great coach, you need at least one. And that's why I can't really argue with Doc Rivers being up there, because he has at least one. My opinion, Greg Popovich is probably the best coach in the league. Regardless if he wins, loses, draws, whatever, because he makes his team perform regardless of who's on the court. And they play together. And that's the bottom line. But getting back to the Golden State Warriors is going to be a very exciting year, and I'm going to try my best to not miss a lot of their games that are available on the East Coast. And that's pretty much what I had to say about this, man. I had to let it out. I'll let you guys know that whenever I have an opinion about it, I'm going to get it out there to you guys. I'm going to let you know what I'm thinking. Again, you guys can leave comments in the comment sections. The comment sections of YouTube, wherever, on my website at GmiasWorld.com. If you watch it on there, if you watch it on iTunes, whatever you could do, leave your comments however, but just keep it cordial, keep it professional, and let's have logical conversations about what's going on. And that's pretty much how we're going to go ahead and end this. GmiasWorld Podcast, available on the Podcast Source app in Google Play. You just have to download the Podcast Source app and search GmiasWorld Podcast. Available on iTunes directly as the GmiasWorld Podcast. and available on YouTube. On Twitter, you can tweet me with all your concerns, whatever like that. If you have a problem with what I'm saying, let's keep it professional and let's have these nice conversations and keep it moving. Until next time, it's always one love.